I don't remember reviewing this at all.
Starts off any way that you'd want, group of military special forces. Oh, they got betrayed. Guns, more guns. And she lives.
Oh, yeah.
And she has an axe while everyone else has a gun.
Thank you for downloading our recent episode. For more episodes like this, go to movieguyspodcast.podbean.com for more episodes. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Tonight we are talking about Sinners. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
I'm excited to see and hear what you have to think about this movie. That doesn't sound like a real sentence.
No. Both of us screwed
up. I'm excited to
up.
hear your thoughts on this movie.
I am too. I'm really excited to hear what your thoughts on this
Listen,
movie.
bud, you screwed up. I screwed right along with you. We're on the same pace. This episode's going to be hot garbage, and so let's go.
Let's talk about the one guy that looked like the guy. Oh, yeah. No, I'm really excited about this movie because I'm excited to talk to you about this movie. The trailers looked good. It stars Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yep.
Can't go wrong.
And Michael B. Jordan.
And can't go wrong. I mean, I like the first Creed movie. I never saw the sequel or the third one, but I heard they're good. So, and it has the Black Panther director and the Creed director, right? Like this is going to be something. This should be something huge, right? No.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler, and I made a joke because Michael B. Jordan plays twins in this movie. He plays characters Smoke and Stack.
Right. Which it took me a little bit to figure that out.
Yeah. No, I won't say it.
I know what you want to say, and that's okay. Don't say it. But it took me a minute to figure it out because I'm just like, because the guy said in the beginning of the movie when they were buying the sawmill, he's like, "You guys twins?" And they go, "No." And I was like, okay. But then I figured it out, and you're gonna make fun of me, and that's okay. I deserve it. I figured it out when they were at the train station.
What, Jordan?
100%, 100%. Because I'm just like, wow, this is, and then once I figured it out, I was really invested at that point because I'm just like, oh wow, because here's the thing, make fun of me all you want, but that's how good of an actor he is in this movie, in my opinion. He plays completely two different people, night and day, oil and water, not the same person.
But at the same part, they have the same background, though. They're brothers. They were both World War I veterans, I believe. They were both gangsters for Al Capone. And they have, obviously, a lot of similarities. Besides them just being physically twins, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I see what you mean.
I guess I didn't pay
attention. It seems like, that one is a bit more aggressive than the other.
Right. I mean, you and I could pass off as brothers if I do the mustache and the chin goats and cut my hair and get a little fuzzy on top.
Yeah, and I gained like 40 pounds.
Wow.
I got a buddy. I'm not insulting you on that. I'm saying that, you know what, I am. Why not? I got to get some beer weight. I got to get the dad bob. I mean, come on, man.
You are such a piece of crap. That was so good.
All right.
I hate you.
30 pounds?
I'm 225, thank you.
I am a stick, buddy. Come on.
I know.
I'm not even going to try to
That was
pretend
amazing.
like I'm something else.
That was, out of 11 years of doing a show, that was probably your greatest insult. That was amazing. Because what you really said was, yeah, I can look like you, I just got to get fatter. That's 100% what you said.
Yeah. Hey, I think it's easier. Well, maybe not, unless you want to get skinnier.
I mean, I would rather get skinnier, obviously. But,
Okay, so it's either I binge and gorge myself or you starve yourself. So
you're not helping yourself out in this one,
one of the
bud.
two.
Oh, my God. No, yeah. That was
Buddy,
good.
we We are David Spade and Chris Farley.
Wow, dude. Dude, you're going for it tonight. You're going for the jugular.
I apologize.
No, don't. I
but
don't want you.
I don't mean to hurt your feelings.
I don't want you to apologize because the people downloaded the episode to listen to us talk about Sinners, and here you are, razzing me and Thinning. Yes, we're not reviewing the movie Thinner. I guess I should. Jerk.
Oh boy.
Aren't you happy I can take
Where
a
were
joke
we?
though? Before we go on,
What's
aren't
that?
you happy that I can take a joke?
I am very happy. I think we're at that level right now where we can playfully razz each other a little bit here.
So many people get so sensitive.
so.
You know, people just get mad over the littlest things. Oh, and here's how I took the joke. No, I don't really. I know I don't really think that Eric thinks I'm fat. He just made a joke, and it was funny.
Yeah, you're not fat, bud. You're
I'm husky.
a healthy weight. You're proportionate to your height.
I am. I am a very tall man. I would say that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd say so.
So anyway, back to Sinners. Sorry, everybody. No, I was excited for the trailers. I was excited for the director.
Screw it is. Let's talk about how good you look. Okay.
I take this as an
We're-
attack.
No, we're gonna redemption here. We're gonna see Jordan go through his closet. He's gonna give us a fashion show, and we're gonna go through all of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I'm excited for this. Here we go. This is what the Patreon should be right here. Is just you trying on all your clothes.
it's very very insurance man-y. It's just polos and a couple of party guy shirts. Sorry, fat party guy shirts.
No, you. Oh,
You good?
what movie are we
Or
doing?
do you got it out of your system? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
I just dropped my earbud, bud. Okay. So, just want to make sure you got it out of your system here. You good?
I'm good. I'm ready to talk about a movie now. Yes.
Okay. Sinners, were you excited to see this movie?
Yes. Yeah. For the most part, I like Michael B. Jordan. I like everyone involved. I like Ryan Coogler. I do feel though that usually I let myself down. I because usually I like to stay in the dark about a lot of the movies, and for the most part, I did not know a whole lot about this movie, about what was happening here. But pop culture, the way that it is, scenes get leaked, story gets leaked, and not just like I'm saying leaked as like it was unintentional. When it leaks into like my world is what I mean to say. So I'll see reviews, I'll see a comment or so on what it is. I'll see a clip of a scene that maybe wasn't originally in the trailer or something like that. And so I got to find out that, okay, it's an old-timey movie, a period piece, and then vampires are involved with it as well, too.
Yeah.
I did see that a lot of people were praising this movie. Oh, my God, 10/10.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best movie of the year, and it's actually got very high marks.
Yeah, and I'm going to stand on that hill with them. I mean, and say this is Nosferatu territory for me this year, bud.
Really? I would... Okay.
Yeah.
Because I took some time to think about this.
Okay.
I will tell you that after watching this movie for the first time, I was like, I don't know if I would give it a 10 out of 10. Like, people are really stroking this movie and say, I don't know if I would. But you know what? I was thinking about it days after. Kind of like the same way we did with like Long Legs, where I was thinking about it and I kept on going and going, and I think I talked myself into it.
Well, I mean, people that are giving it the high praises are probably people that never seen From Dusk Till Dawn, because that's what this is, and I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. This movie is over 2 hours long, and for the first hour and 20 minutes, it's all set up. And I was bought hook, line, and sinker, even after I discovered that Michael B. Jordan was playing two parts. I really enjoyed it. There are some issues I have with this movie that may not make it a large bag that I think are plot issues with this movie. But I do like the fact, just like From Dusk Till Dawn, that you got two gangsters that think that they are in a gangster movie, but they're not. They're in a vampire movie. And I like when movies do that. Predator, same way, right? We got commandos thinking that they're in a commando movie, but no, they're in a Predator movie. So
Yeah, they're in a monster movie kind of a thing.
right. So that's why I dug. So me going into this, I didn't know what it was, right? So when I first saw the first trailer was very vague, right? Very like voodoo-y, like that.
Okay.
Like that Mississippi, New Orleans voodoo, if you will call it, whatever, and it's like there's snakes and
I get you.
And it's like what is this? Is this Satan? What's going on? And then of course things got leaked into my world too, where they get stalked by vampires. So I was like, okay, press play. I like where the movie starts. Right, we get this unknown kid driving a car, going up to a church. His face is all scratched up. He has the head of a guitar in his hand. And he's freaking out. And then what was really cool, what got me excited, the little things got me excited, where it said 1 day earlier. I was like, oh, a lot of things are going to happen in 24 hours. Okay.
Yeah, this is a 1 day movie.
Right. So I was excited for that. I will say, though, I had to stop the movie and put subtitles on because either the bass was too loud or their southern drawl was bad, but it was hard to hear or understand.
I will agree with you on that. Their dialect was a lot of times hard to understand.
Right.
A lot of slang, a lot of slurring, a lot of mumbling, and you could say that it was true to the time. I don't know. I haven't been there, so I don't know what it's like. But a lot of Southern mixed in with a lot of that country at the times. It seemed authentic.
No, I enjoyed it.
But yeah, I was able to follow along for the most part, but I don't think I was missing a lot of the dialogue.
No. So we get Smoke and Stack. Now, this takes place in 1932, 33, I believe.
32. Yep.
So World War I ended in 1917, so it's been a while. It's been 20 years almost, 15 years.
Okay.
Right? And they are so I didn't know that from the movie, right? So I knew about that they were World War I veterans, but I did not know that they were working for Al Capone. I didn't get that. Again, maybe because of the subtitles, but they work for Al Capone. These guys are gangsters. And it's played by the same guy, Michael B.
Yes.
Jordan. They're twins, they're gangsters, and they're going back home. They haven't been home in years. They're from Chicago, and their plan is to buy this rundown sawmill and turn it into a jazz club. But I think they said
A juke joint.
Juke joint. But didn't they say like the middle of the movie that they're really going to do it for a couple of months and then like get rid of it, burn it down? They were going to do something.
Yeah, I think basically what they were doing was taking washing their money, because it sounded like the money that they got to do this, they had stolen from whomever, some rival gangs, their gang, what be it, and they were just going to buy this and then kind of turn it over, maybe get a bit of a profit, and then say that it was theirs. What money are you talking about? And then they could go on their way.
Oh, so they're Ozarking it. Got it.
Yeah, all right. I like that.
I only watched the first 4 episodes and I didn't like it, so I turned it off. I know, shocker.
That's fine. That's all you need.
Yeah, I didn't continue it. I skipped ahead from the beginning, but there's a reason, because this could be one of the reasons why I'm not going to give it a large. The movie starts with not the kid showing up with the scratches on his face of the church. The movie starts with this voiceover and animation of, okay, I'm going to tell you what I think I heard. You tell me how wrong I am, because I know I'm wrong.
Okay.
But the voiceover says that there are people that play music, all different walks of life, people that play music, and sometimes the music is so good that it brings in evil spirits. Am I even in the ballpark on that one?
Yeah, you are. You're skipping some parts though.
Please help me.
I'm not skipping, but you're leaving the part out. Yes, you're right. That they're saying that there are some people in this world who are able to play music so well that it invites the spirits from past and future in to the same world and share in the music. And it's a very I guess, enriching thing. It's very opening for the cultures or whatever music that you're playing. And different regions call it something else. But it's something that is known throughout, obviously, the world. But you're right that in turn, also, it attracts evil spirits.
So it attracts. Okay, so Jimi Hendrix plays the guitar at Woodstock. It's going to attract angels and demons.
Yeah, that's a go. Sure, you're right.
Okay. All right. So it's going to attract them because the
Spot
music's
on.
so good. Okay. All right. Good. Same page. So
Moth to a flame there.
gotcha. I will say that's one of the reasons why I do have a little hard of a time swallowing this pill. A little bit. And we'll get into it in the thick of it as we go on, but I don't like that plot. I don't like that that's how we get the vampires, is the music so good. I really, really think that is poor writing, my opinion.
The two separate things. I don't think that the vampires existed without the music.
Right,
The vampires are their own thing.
right.
It seemed like we find much later on, that the vampires are aware of the music of Preacher Boy, Sammy, that he's able to have this power, and because of that, they want to have him. They want to maybe possibly convert him or use him to open the door to many other spirits. So they are attracted to him primarily, but it's not to be confused that they weren't like invoked into this world
No.
because he was playing or anything like that.
No, 100%. I don't believe that. I believe this is a world where vampires exist. They weren't just whisked into this world. I just don't know if I really like that idea of, like, the vampires got attention and now they want him because he plays good. Why can't it just be a simple, there are vampires in the Deep South? Clearly this movie has race subtext or right in front of your face the entire time. Just make it that. Because the vampires in the beginning are white. Attacking a sawmill of black people. Just make it that.
Sure. I think that the music aspect is a nice flavor to it because it did add a lot of good music into this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It really did. Whether it be the blues that Sammy was playing, the bluegrass that the vampires were playing, or the mix of the two, the fusion that was coming in through the other parts of the movie. I did enjoy that. At first, I was iffy about it, but what really got me was when we got to see the vampires first playing with their banjo, and then just I think I was sold on that. I was like, okay, you know what? I could see a purpose for this music.
You know what? You are changing. That's I said. This is why I like doing shows with you, because I feel one way, talk to you about it, you change my mind, and I do agree with you. I did read at IMDb that the head vampire, the actor that played him, he's Irish in real life, and he read the script once, and when he found out he can do one of his favorite songs of the movie, to the Irish Jig, he signed on to it, no questions asked.
I really like this character, Remick.
Yes, I want to talk about
I think
him.
I think he did a fantastic job. Everyone did a good job in this
Yes,
movie.
yes. I want to wait on him, though, because that's not the movie. The movie, which does well, okay, this is where I say this movie's a large, is because we get the vampires the last 40 minutes of the movie, but the movie's not about the vampires. So when characters that you've grown to love for the past hour and a half get it, it actually breaks your heart. Like, this movie's a character piece. Like, the twins go to town, and we get to meet everybody. We get to meet all the Asian people that do the grocery stores. What's his name?
Yeah. Bo and Grace.
Bo and Grace. Did you notice, too, I paused it, but did you notice that when Bo and Grace's daughter went across the street to get her mom, that when the camera was following behind her, right? And on the side of the street where she was walking out of, it was all black only. And then when she went across the street and went to the other side where her mom was, it was all white people only.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow.
Really cool.
Like, I really like that. Like, and me being stupid, like, I know back in the day, Jim Crow era, colored only, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't know, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not, that it was also on the same street. Like, that right there is crazy to me.
Walking between two worlds, right? The
Mm-hmm.
kind of a perk of, I guess, some ethnicities.
Look, I think it's great. Like, meaning that I like what this movie's portraying because this movie's doing something really well. It's giving me a world, and if a movie doesn't give me a world that I believe in, then you kind of lose me a little bit. Like, I believe this world. Now I know it's fantastic size, but
absolutely.
it's a world, and I really dig it.
No, I get you. In the same part of, like, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah. Oh
where
yeah.
It really took me to this town. It really took me to the fields. It really took me to, again, where we were in Mississippi. I really felt a lot of it coming through, and I really did enjoy that. The wardrobe, the way that everyone was talking, the acting, the way that obviously the racial barrier was there. They did a very good job.
Yeah, I really was into the world. So, Smoke and Stack, twin brothers, come from Chicago, have money stolen, maybe stolen, don't know, buy a sawmill from the head of the KKK, right, from like a leader or a clan leader, right, of the KKK,
Yep.
and they're
Yep.
gonna turn it into a, it's not a jazz bar. What did you say it was?
A juke joint.
A juke joint. And why they're doing that, the rest of the movie until the vampires show up, is them just getting their folks, right? Getting everybody together to get the juke joint alive, right? They go get, this older guy who has been in so many movies. Did he get golden headphones? The guy that was the drunk?
That was Delta Slim, played by Delroy Lindo. He's been in a lot of movies, and I don't know if he's gotten the gold headphones for us,
He probably does.
but boy, he has been in a lot of movies that I know that you have seen.
Yeah,
The Core,
yeah.
I mean, with that one, he was in the new Point Break. If you've seen that one, I guess.
Do you want me to be a really bad person? The last movie I saw him in was the remake of Gone in 60 Seconds. He was the cop against Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, there you go. Romeo Must Die.
We have not reviewed these movies, so I guess he doesn't get the golden headphones, but I've seen him.
Ooh. Yeah, of course you have. He's been in a lot of movies. I know him fondly, I think, from as a kid, from Congo.
I gotta watch Congo again. Allegedly, that was supposed to be like the next Jurassic Park, but it was a bomb. And
Stop eating my sesame cake.
isn't it about gorillas that
Well-
just go nuts and eat people?
Yeah, it's about a lost tribe of gorillas and lost civilization that the lost city of Zinj. I remember that because Tim Curry's in it. And listen, that alone should be enough for you to.
I gotta
watch
watch it
any
again.
movie, right?
I gotta watch it again. So they pick up. Now, what's his name again? Delta
Oh,
Slim.
yeah, because that was a Michael Crichton book,
The Delta.
which he did Jurassic Park.
Yes, that's what they said. Delta Slim is his name, right?
Delta Slim, a harmonica blues player. Yeah, he also does piano.
And then they pick up. Again, I'm not gonna get his name, but he's the fat guy who's working the fields as their
that
doorman.
Was, Cornbread.
Cornbread. I forget that name. Yeah, that guy's fun too. I've
Now-
seen that guy. I'm telling you, I'm sorry interrupting you, but you know where I saw him last? As the friend in 8 Mile.
8 Mile.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's his only acting credit. Probably not, but
No, he's got a bunch. Hold on, he was in because he was a child actor.
Cornbread was?
I could have swore that maybe I was. Oh, I'm getting confused with a different.
He ain't the kid from Hook, bud.
Omar. No, he's not. I think I was getting confused with Omar Gooding, not because he's the actor's Omar Benson Miller.
But he acts. He doesn't get the golden headphones either.
No, he does not.
Gotcha. I think Michael B. Jordan
Not yet.
does.
Yeah, because he did Creed, right?
We did not review Creed.
We did not do Creed. Are you sure?
Here we go again.
Anyway, we did Black Panther. We did this one, And
We did Wakanda Forever.
What's another movie?
Was he in that one?
He was not in Wakanda Forever.
So he's not yet.
Oh, I guess he was like. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was like
Mm-hmm.
a. You know what I mean? Oh well.
So do you agree with me at all on this is From Dusk Till Dawn ripoff? Like, do you think this is a complete ripoff or not?
I don't want to say like a complete ripoff, but yeah, there's a lot to compare it to.
A lot. But that me asking you if it's a ripoff is not a ding at it, because knowing that it is a vampire movie, again, I've said it before in this show, I really, really like the characters, and that's good writing, that's good directing, that's good acting, right? For somebody to, it's just a drama piece, it's just a talking piece, but they have to put everything together for the big act, right? Like, so I really enjoyed everybody.
Oh, of course.
And this,
Yeah, I enjoyed all the characters. I enjoyed what they brought to the movie. I think it was pretty great. Everyone had a love interest as well too.
Yeah, I want to talk about her. That was the next thing I want to talk about. So then Stack, who is not the angry brother, has a relationship which everybody calls her the white girl. She's not. What is her name?
That's Mary, played by Haley Steinfeld.
Why do I know that?
She's Josh Allen's wife now.
She's married to Josh Allen?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Good for him.
And what else is she? She was she got her big break in the remake of True Grit.
Oh, that was 2010.
It was a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But since then, she's in Marvel. She's the new Hawkeye, if you want to give her that.
Oh. Okay, so she's working.
Yeah, she's in a lot of that stuff. She had a music career for a little bit.
Oh.
I wouldn't call it much a one. She's been in here and there.
Okay.
I think more notably she was just one of Taylor Swift's friends, but that's about it.
Oh, she was hanging out with Ice Spice and everybody at the Super Bowl? Good for her.
Yeah. She's been around. She's working.
Okay. So, again, I like her, too. So, Smoke, one of the things I like about this, too, not Smoke, but Stack, is that Stack had a relationship with her when they were younger, and then they go away and they leave. So everybody knows everybody in this world. Right? They go back to their hometown. Stack had a relationship with her. Like, she said some vulgar stuff about what she allowed him to do to her. Right? I just really liked this clearly, it felt like that these guys were coming home. And then while this is going on, Smoke goes, I don't know her name, but I'm just going to call the voodoo lady.
Annie.
So he goes to a gravesite, which at the time, the movie clarifies at the end, but he says, "I'm here for you, boy," or "here for you," or whatever. But it's a little grave, so I'm assuming it's a kid of his. And he goes into Annie's hut, right? And he has this protective. I don't know what it is, but it's like a necklace. It's all. But that's a
Mojo.
big Joe.
Mojo.
That what? That's his necklace.
Yeah, that's what he calls it.
He does. Okay. And this necklace protects him from evil. That's what Annie's pretty much
It's their, just like what you said. It's your kind of like your Southern Cajun voodoo magic type of thing that, swamp magic, right?
Okay. Well, that the thing does have some magic because at the end he takes it off and it doesn't really work out to his advantage.
Well, he had the whole clan coming to him.
And never mind. So we got to wait on that. So, and then him and her get together, I would say, in her hut. So they have a relationship, these two.
Yeah, they're estranged. I think that she was obviously like his wife, or they have a relationship.
They have a fling. They have a relationship. Now they got everybody together.
I don't think it's a fling.
Yeah.
It seemed they throw around the love word a lot, so I don't think it was just a fling.
True. But they get everybody together. They even got Preacher Boy, right? Who I like that guy. Like that guy's voice. That has to be his real voice because that's a deep Southern jazz like voice. Like that guy's voice is cool.
His first movie.
Oh. What is
His first movie.
what is
Miles Canton.
Miles Canton?
Miles Caton.
Caden?
Miles Caton. Excuse. Yeah.
I may
Yeah,
put
this
it.
is his world premiere here.
I don't know how to spell his name, but that's
And-
okay.
Miles.
Yeah, I know how to spell Miles. Anyway, this is
Oh, Caton.
oh.
But yeah, I agree. He's got a very unique voice, built for the blues, and he did a very good job in this movie as well too. He did the part where he didn't need to carry, like everyone else was doing the heavy lifting, but he played his role well enough to where he didn't need to, right?
We followed
Eventually,
him.
it falls on it. We follow him, and eventually it falls on him. But the majority of the powerhouse acting stuff comes from Michael B. Jordan, and I would say from Jack O'Connell, the guy who plays Remick, the lead vampire.
Which good segue. We're getting ready to talk about that. So why they got everybody together to get ready for this juke jive started. It's starting right. Juke jive.
Juke joint.
Juke joint. That was not being silly. That was me screwing up. It's because of my fatness. So I don't know where that came from. So while that's going on, another thing that I love about this world is that it's starting to get dark a little bit, and you got this farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, and this guy shows up. This he looks burnt, he looks beat up, shot maybe, and he's just like says to this lady, "Help me, bring me," and she takes him in, and then these Native Americans show up, right? And I don't trust these Native Americans right off the bat, right? Because they act like like they're trying to kill him, right? Like no.
Yeah.
Right, and then I start to believe him because I remember I'm in a vampire movie, which makes it another reason why I think this is a large bag because I forgot that I'm in a vampire movie.
Yes.
And these Native Americans, for lack of a better word, they're just like, "Did you invite him in? Because if you invited him in, we need to come in there and take care of it now." And she's just, "Go away," and they go away. So I like that. I like this world of vampires or have been around this land for years. The Native Americans know it, probably been at war with them for years, right? That whole fairy tale of that kind of thing, right?
Yep.
Love it.
They are vampire hunters. It really does seem very apparent that.
Are they vampire hunters, or are they just like Native Americans that know, there's vampires here?
Well,
and,
Yeah, you're either way. They are hunting a vampire.
you know what? You're right. I don't know why I'm splitting hairs on that one. I'm sorry. Yeah. So then, they leave.
It was. I would like to hear more about them, by the way, too. If we get like some sort of spin-off or sequel, I think it should be about them, or maybe like the Remick's origin or how he came to the South. But there's a lot of open-ended story that you could fill in, and I'm all for it.
I'm for it too, and they are talking about a possible sequel, but I don't want it. I don't want to know where Remick came from. I don't care. I don't want to know about him in the battle with the Native Americans. I don't care because this movie tells me everything that I need to know, and I'm okay with that. I mean, like she goes into the house, can't find her husband, right? Opens the back door. Opens the back room door. There's Remick, right? That's his name, Remick.
Yep.
Remick's sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, he's just sleeping." Husband wakes up, has that red gaze in the eye kind of thing, and then boom, done.
Oh,
I like how this movie changes the vampires a little bit, but it really doesn't. It stays true to the lore a lot.
yeah.
I really like
they're
that.
not completely changed into this night creature. It is very much a like that red eye, and the way that the visual that they do, I think, is really good.
Yes.
I like the way they do that. And it doesn't seem, by the way, too, that their purpose is to drain blood for sustenance, like they're hungry and they need it type of thing. It seems like their purpose is straight up to multiply.
Yes, which is what I was going to say, which is a new spin, right, on vampires, right? Because usually, like, Dracula drinks blood to eat, or then you got like Nosferatu, which we reviewed this year, that just kills. Just death.
Kind of gives him life, and but I agree with you. This is a nice. It gives me an answer here without me trying to dig deep into why. It's like no. They say flat out they're trying to expand their numbers. Period.
Sidebar on this, I don't understand why movies and characters like this do that, right? Because clearly these vampires are stronger than humans, and if they really, 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 really wanted to, they can wipe out humanity, right? If you do that, then what's left? Nothing? Just vampires?
It's what's that movie with Sam Neill and Ethan Hawke?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Daywalkers?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah. Like, is that what they would do? They would just be like, okay, everybody's turned. We're not drinking blood for nourishment. Bring on the cows. I don't know.
They'd have a farm of humans, right? And they just go about living their merry lives there. Wonderful.
Yes. So I really do agree with you. I really do like Remick. He is charming. He's interesting. And when he's on the screen, I can't look away. He is evil. And boy, is he convincing. Yeah, I really, really like him a lot. I also love the fact that these vampires, again, to keep them with the lore, can't go in unless you invite them in. So, again, here I am watching the movie, right? And I'm jumping ahead a little bit for a reason. I'm jumping ahead because it's just like, the vampires are outside, and I'm just like screaming at the TV, just don't invite them in. Just wait till daylight.
Right.
Just sit there and have a drink. Which easier said than done, right? But it's like, that's all you have to do is not say, hey, why don't you come in, bud?
Well, gift of hindsight, right?
I know. Just don't say that.
We know.
But I was screaming, don't say it! But yeah, so we have the party. The only other complaint, no, not the only other, I have a small little ones, but another complaint I have this movie is the weird segment, and good movies have these weird segments where Preacher Boy is singing and his song is so soulful, and then it shows us music of the times, past, present, and future.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
It really takes us on a trip there.
I did not like that. Did you like it?
That's sure. It's fine. Like, I take it or leave it, kind of a thing. It's
cut it out.
I didn't mind it, but it didn't bug me to the point where I'm just like, oh, it's taking me out of this movie, kind of a thing. It was a fun segment. I see what they were trying to do with it, but I don't understand like why they had to show the graphic of like the barn burning or the mill burning down. I don't know what that really signified so much.
He's burning down the house.
Burning down the house. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was gonna be deeper than that, but it might just be that simple.
Probably deeper.
Yeah, that's what his music is doing. Is right. It's just kind of merging the worlds together. I kind of get that. Sure. I wish that we got to have a bit more about what this music power could do.
Yes.
If it was not just able to like bring the spirits back, but if it was able to like enchant to a certain degree, or I don't know, because or like someone could see like a dead relative. I don't know, like to have it so kind of murky as to what it does is, I guess, it'll be left open intentionally. But again, I wasn't thinking too much into it. I was just like, okay, this is supposed to be a fun segment. I get it. it does seem kind of weird to have like some sort of b-boy or like a Bootsy Collins type of dude just suddenly appear in like this sawmill in Mississippi, 1932,
Gangster rappers.
or like a ballet dancer. Yeah, all these a weird geisha. I think I saw in there too.
It was weird. So that's why I'm
So-
telling you, I agree with you though, Eric. Like what is this power? Is there power at all? Like, if it's not, then don't show us because it's murky. And I don't think this movie deserves a prequel. I think this movie deserves a sequel. I mean, we saw what happened with the Dusk Till Dawn sequels. They're terrible. So, so don't give us that. We don't want that. So I just really think cut this power of music out. Let's just have Preacher Boy who wants to play, but his daddy won't let him play because it's against Jesus. And then he finally gets a chance to play after getting a girl alone. And now he's a man and he's playing a song and the vampires come. You know what I mean? Make it more clean.
Yeah. Well, this is an interesting character too. Pearline is the singer's name.
That's the girl that Preacher Boy was with. Alone, right?
Yeah, that's that girl. That
Okay,
she
I got you.
Hooked up with kind of a thing.
Who said that she was married? At the train station.
Yep.
Where's her husband?
Married at the train station. Yeah, good question. But well, he's gonna have a lot of questions about her.
Yeah, he would. And she is a very interesting character because she lasts pretty long. And then oh god, I'm sorry. The grocery store people. What were their names again?
Oh, Grace and Bo.
Grace and Bo. Everybody has a job, right? So you got, was it Grace and Bo are cooking? They're serving, right?
Annie's cooking.
Annie's cooking.
Grace and Bo are bartending or Grace is maybe bartending and Bo, they're all kind of doing the same kind of
Right.
rotating jobs, right? Whether it be cooking, serving, or I think there's a casino in there too that they were trying to do.
They're doing casino. Delta Slim was playing the piano.
They're all doing housework.
Right. And then Cornbread is doing the door, right? He's manning the door.
That's right.
So Maggie comes in, right? Maggie's at it. And she talks to Smoke. The reason I'm bringing Mary. So I'm bringing her up because towards the end of the movie, well, at the end of the movie, she's a big focal point of this movie. She really is. I mean, she has a relationship with him. He goes away. He comes back. She wants him, clearly. He doesn't want her. She seduces him. They come back together, right? Like, she's a big focal point of this. And she's one of the reasons why, actually, she is the reason why stuff goes south. Pun intended.
Yeah, very much so.
Right.
So after the scene where Preacher Boy burns down the house, metaphorically, the vampires are now a trio. Remick and his two, I guess, new recruits there, the clans people, walk up in the night and there's, very... Hey, how you doing? And we're just a traveling band from down yonder kind of a thing. They have their instruments, and they play a song saying, hey, we just want to come in here. We just want to, wet our whistle. We play some music and have a good time type of thing. And it was shut down pretty quickly as the twins, Smoke and Stack, were just like, no, this place is for us. This is kind of a black-only institution. They asked, well, why is Mary there? Because she's white passing. We learn later that she is mixed.
Her mom and dad's mixed.
She said that that she's mixed and she's just white passing, pretty much. And they get dismissed quickly and go on now. And so they're saying, all right, well, if you change your mind, we're going to go over here. While this is happening, the twins are having a disagreement because the folk that they are serving, well, they're not bringing a whole lot of bank here. Not only are they bringing in their change, but they're bringing in wood nickels. They're bringing in their company money as well, too.
They're not making any money doing that.
yeah, they're just like, well, this isn't real money. This isn't American currency here. This is, local. This is, for the shop around the corner only once. This is for, there's their basic scrimp there. We can't use this. And obviously Stack is like, well, let these people have a good time. They worked hard for this. And Smoke is just like, no, we got to make some money out of here.
Do you agree with Smoke?
Or maybe I'm mixing those up.
No, you're not. Smoke is the main ringleader, and Stack is the muscle. And Stack says that to me. He's like, "Oh, just let him have a good time." Smoke's like, "No."
I'm kind of with Smoke on this, man. Like, they're in this venture to make money, right? So, like, we're not trying to do a charity here. We're trying to get this. We have a goal in mind. Get this money, get out.
I agree with Stack.
So Mary hears this and says, hey, you turned away money there. Those people were going to come in and they're going to spend some money. How about you let me go out there, talk to them, see what they're all about, and maybe we can get some money out of it.
Absolutely.
It's like, all right, fine. Go ahead. So she goes out there. This scene, by the way, is really what sold me. And I'll tell you why. Is because the lighting. This was really just enchanting. The way that they walked in like that night, that moon kind of, because there's no electricity anywhere, right?
Mm-mm.
But just like that moonlight, the way it lights up, and just the way that these three vampires are sitting on a log, just kind of playing their tune, kind of thing. It's very dimly lit, but it accents just what it needs to perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, this is a beautiful shot. And I had gone back actually to look at other scenes, like the scene with the Indians, and that scene, or the scene where was it Stack and Preacher Boy are driving to the train station, and they're driving through the cotton fields. That wide angle right there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jordan, I really think that the highlight of this movie for me was the cinematography.
Oh, it was pretty.
Like flat. It was gorgeous. It really was. The way that the lighting was, the way that they had that sun kind of setting over that horizon, and the way it was just lighting everything. And then on the same part with the moon coming up and highlighting what it needed to just perfectly. I really fell in love with with the way everything just looked. It was great. Because and again, why those vampires work so well is because even when everything was so dimly lit, but then those red eyes just kind of did like this, I don't want to say like a bright glow, right? But it was like a haunting, like reflection, almost.
Like nothing's there. To quote Quint, it's a black eye, like a doll's eye, till it rolls over wide.
Lifeless like a doll's eyes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not what wasn't black in this movie, but yeah, it's the lifeless eyes. And what I like too is that they play a song with her, right? They seduce her in a way, but not in that way. Like, they just make them seem like they're safe. She's like, well, I'm just going to turn it back now. See, okay, I'm going to go back around now. But no, that doesn't happen. No way. They play a song, they talk, and then Remick turns his head and he turns back around and he has drool coming down his mouth.
That's right.
Yeah, he has drool.
What entices her is not necessarily the words, it's the money. They got gold.
Yeah, they got gold. They're like, you can keep this too. And then he has drool coming down his mouth, which I thought was really cool. Which then again begs the question, are they eating for food? Because why would you drool if you were not hungry? Right?
Yeah, I'm sure that they're just doing a little snack kind of a thing.
Right.
They're obviously getting a little something out of it.
And what was really cool for me was that she walked away and no sound, no foliage. She's walking away, and in the background, Remick just jumps, like just flies. And I looked at my wife, and I was like, oh, she's dead. And she's like, no, she's not. She's a big character. I was like, no, she's dead. Because we saw how quick they turned.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is where it happens, right? Like she knocks on the door, and like Annie and no, not yet. No,
she gets invited back
yeah,
in. Cornbread
invites her. She goes, yeah, she come on in, right? And this is where she goes into the room with Stack and seduces Stack. And I'm just like, oh no. And like the movie did a good job too, right? The movie did a good job of playing with your emotions. Like, okay, she's not bit, right? Because like she was good. She was good during the seduction scene until she started to drool. And then you're like, oh, no. And she effed
Yeah.
Stack up, man. Like, she ripped his jugular out. It was great.
Yeah, she got a good bite in there.
This is where, and from Dusk Till Dawn, Tarantino gets bit. And out of nowhere, George Clooney has to be tough now and show those gangster tattoos, right? And he's like, nobody's touching my brother, right? Oh, great stuff, right? And then Annie's being cool, right? The voodoo lady, she's just like, hey, dude, you got to take that body out. That body needs to go outside. You ain't touching him. Like, great stuff.
Well, obviously, Smoke comes in. A lot of stuff happens, but we don't need to go into those details, right? Smoke goes in to get his brother. Preacher Man says, no, they're busy. He's like, I don't care if they're busy. I need to go in there and talk to him. Goes in there and sees Mary just going to town on Stack there.
And not in a good way.
He freaks out. Not in a good way. Shoots her multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't affect her. She gets up and she runs out. Freaks everybody out, obviously. And the emergency call, Smoke just says, all right, party's over. Everyone get out. Kind of a thing. Obviously not processing anything else that's going on. Because why would you? He just sees that Mary, for some reason, just killed his brother, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Party's over. Everyone out. So everyone leaves, right? And except for some characters who stayed behind. This is where prior to Cornbread had went to go to the bathroom and he gets taken.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, he comes back and this is where the encounter happens, where he's asking to be invited in. Annie, in her voodoo ways, is just like, no, wait, no, why? You were here the entire time. Why do you need to be invited back in? Kind of a thing. And
He sold it.
really pieces it together quickly. Yeah, pieces it together very quickly that she's like, no, these are vampires. And then that's when we hear Stack come back to life, knocking on the door. Hey, I'm good now, kind of a thing. And this is where that realization comes in pretty quick.
Right, really quick. I actually do like Cornbread in the scene. Like I like what Omar's doing, because they're like, why don't you just walk in? And he's like, well, you Southern hospitality. You just don't walk in without asking to be invited first. And it's just like little things like that he said. I'm just like, man, this guy's trying, right? And then then Stack turns, right? And then Stack runs away. And I thought, though, for a second, though, I was like, wait a minute. Stack was already in. So even though that if he runs out, he can't come back in. And the movie shows that. Like, he can't come back in. My wife is the one that called it. When Smoke says, all right, everybody go, right? My wife says, oh, they're all going to turn. And I go, they're not going to get after all of them. They do.
They do. And this is a scene that I really enjoyed, okay? So all the vampires are at a part where all the vampires are outside.
Right.
Everyone that left the party, we can assume that the vampires got them, had a feast, and now they're all turned, right? And so everyone inside is kind of freaking out and planning on what to do next. We have the scene where Bo, the shopkeeper, and his wife, where he comes back and he's just like, hey, come on out, honey, we got to go get our kid, kind of a thing. And that whole scene. There's a part here when they have the visual of Remick saying, come on and join us, or maybe a little bit after that, where from the door of the juke joint, you can see in the driveway back, you can see them dancing in this circle.
Yeah.
Almost tribal, right? And again, the way that lighting was, where you can see just the people in the foreground here, nothing in the background. You just see these people moving around. Scary. I loved it, man. I think that was such a great visual. And that's when he starts doing the Irish jig. More music that's brought into this movie, by the way, too.
I actually am going to go with you on that scene and say that what makes that scene even crazier is that Bo, who's now a vampire, is trying to lure his wife out, and Remick says, hey, because I turned Bo and now he's one of us, since I'm the head vampire, I know everything. And if you don't come out here, I'm just going to go to the shop and just go kill your daughter. I'm just like,
he speaks Chinese, too.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, no, what do you do in that situation? Because he could.
Yeah.
He's so charming. He could just knock on that door and, hey, daughter, I'm here to drop off some materials. Can I come in, please? And, oh, yeah, I'm a little girl. I don't know what's going on. And done. Right? Like, that's... Ooh,
I like that.
Ooh, that was great. And the Irish jig was great. And I love the mixing of the races with this, too. Right? It's just, these are creatures now. Like, these are not people. These are straight creatures.
Yeah.
Animalistic, ritual, like you said. Great. And we go to vampire hunters, right? And eventually, who screws the pooch? What was Bo's wife's name?
Grace.
Grace screws the pooch and just says, "Come in, you know, blank blank," right? Like, because she's upset.
Yeah, she's freaked out because she thinks that they're all going to go after Lisa, her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
They have the moment there where I guess Annie is saying, "Hey, I got some garlic. We got to get this. We need some wooden stakes. We need some silver."
Yes.
All this stuff getting prepped for the fight, and I think that was a pretty cool scene where
Straight from the Thing.
That common sense part. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good call.
Straight from the Thing. I was
Exactly
thinking.
from the
I was
Thing.
thinking of the Thing where she comes around with this jar of garlic. It's just like everybody a piece of garlic, a clove. And the funny thing is that I love garlic, but I would act just like Delta Slim. Like, I'm like, because you're not eating a little piece, you're eating a clove of garlic. I loved it. And I was like, oh, this is from
garlic.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is from the Thing. This is great. This guy's pulling everything. I love it.
Yeah. So that was great. But yeah, Grace has had enough. She's like, okay, we're ready to fight. I'm not trying to wait till daytime. I want to get this done now. Save my kid. Come on in, everybody. And you could just see Remick just going, baby, that's all I needed. It was an invitation. And they come to the front door and they just swarm them.
Massacre
Big fight.
all these characters that you spent an hour and a half plus with, that you cared about, right? Just get destroyed. Grace gets set on fire, killing a vampire with a stake in the heart, and she's on fire screaming while killing the vampire. Like, I'm just like, oh, God. Right? And then Delta Slim just gets wrecked. He gets destroyed. Annie, she gets destroyed. Like, I'm just, oh, no. Like, all these characters.
Ooh, the thing about Annie is because everyone dies, basically, except for Smoke and Preacher Boy, Sammy.
And the girl.
Towards the end there.
Preacher Boy's girl didn't die until almost the very end.
Yeah, well, okay, you're right.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry.
But she eventually turns... No, well, because the only two that don't go into vampire or get killed or anything like that are in the daylight are Stack and Sam.
Right.
But I think it's worth noting that Annie, when she gets bitten by a vampire and she's bleeding out, that she tells Smoke that, like, hey, we agreed to this. You promised me that you would do this. And he kills her before she turns.
Right.
Saving her soul, essentially.
Right. 100%.
So I think that was a great detail that they had in the movie. I like that.
Only happened to her, nobody else.
Yeah, because I think she had some sort of dialogue or something about how vampires are just like these trapped souls kind of a thing, and you can't save them, you just got to free them, or something like that.
Which is
but
weird, too, when how...
Either way, Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. What I was going to say is, like, it's weird, too, right? Because a vampire bites her, but then when we go to see Delta Slim, it's like he's getting destroyed by zombies. He's laying on his back, screaming in pain, and there's like 20 vampires just going at him. It's like, is that for food, then, at that point? Is that, why not? Because he's going to turn.
Yeah, Yeah, that was, I think, just him just trying to obviously buy time and distract, but
okay. So
whatever.
Then we do get a part of the movie where I am kind of yawning, where Smoke is fighting with his brother Stack, and it's just like, okay, like brotherly love, they're fighting, let's move on. And then we get outside, and this is where we find how Preacher Boy got these claw marks on his face, where Remick has these long talons, right, and just slashes his face. He's torturing him. He could bite him at any time he wants to, but Remick's just like putting his head in the water, talking smack, right? And then all the vampires come around. And this is where Preacher Boy hits Remick in the side with the guitar, and he has that it has the piece of the guitar sticking on the side of his head, right?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And this was interesting. It made me think of The Simpsons because they took it from Lost Boys and other pop culture stuff. But he felt the pain. Remick did, and then all the other vampires felt the pain.
That's right.
Do you remember the Simpson Treehouse episode with Dracula and Mr. Burns? Or at the end where Marge is like, you have to kill the head vampire, right? Made me think of that. And so this begs the question for me, right? So all the vampires, we don't see Mary. We don't see Mary, and we don't see Stack. I know that Smoke didn't kill Stack. No body, no death. Movie guys rules. But all the vampires burn, I thought, because Remick was burning. But my wife says no, because of the daylight.
Yeah.
So
They
what happened to Mary?
Made they made the part where the vampires can feel what he feels, but dying is a separate thing.
So they just were out there.
Yeah, they probably had a headache, obviously, from the guitar hitting Remick in the head, but they ran off. Mary and Stack ran off and did their own thing. So
Okay, so they would not have been burned.
or they stayed in the mill or whatever. They were not affected. They didn't get burned by the daylight.
While this whole thing is going on, there's a dropped line that's somebody says before the vampires take over, or is it when they take over, that, hey, this whole nightclub thing is just a ruse. The guy that you bought it from is a Klan member, and sunrise, the Klan's going to come and wipe this place out.
Yeah, because Remick, whenever he makes a vampire, he absorbs their knowledge. When he did it with those two Klans people in the cabin, he found out that guy was like the son or
A member.
whatever. Yeah, of Hogwood, the
Great name for
the lead dragon there.
I love that. What a
Yeah.
great name for a white
And-
racist. I love it.
Oh, that's just Hogwood.
Yeah.
But that Hogwood sold them this sawmill with the whole intent of coming back here with the boys and just killing everybody.
Bad timing. Do it in the middle of the night while they're partying. Don't do it in the morning. Nobody's going to be there. It's a nightclub.
That was that's what my question was. We were just like, why are they coming in the morning when obviously the party's ended?
So is the vampires the metaphor?
You could see it that way, but I think you don't need to because there's literally the Klan in this movie.
But the vampires in the beginning were white, too. And the two
Yes, they
vampires
were.
were Klanspeople, too.
Yeah, well, they were later on, but then, the vampires who are still alive are black and mixed.
Correct. So this is where it needs to wrap up, right? So Preacher Boy goes back home. Boom, we're in the beginning of the movie, right? He can't give up the head of the guitar. We go back. Smoke takes off the mojo thing, right? He takes it off. And this is where all the Clans people show up, and we get a shootout, right? And Smoke is just smoking them, pun intended. He's just killing them all.
Kind of a Django Unchained moment there.
And then he gets shot in the side there, and because of gangs in New York, thank you, Daniel Day-Lewis, I know when he got shot, I went to my wife and goes, that's a kill shot. That's a kill.
Yeah.
And then she was like, are you sure? It's just
Yeah.
on the side. I was like, nope, that's on the right side of the body. That's spleen liver territory. Yeah, he's done.
Well, it also showed the exit wound. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I didn't, but I just know where he got shot
Yeah,
at, and I was like, that's a kill.
He went to pull up his shirt to look at it, and you see the wound that comes in. But then he pulls up his shirt a little bit more, and the exit wound. There's a hole, dude. It's like a fist size.
It's gushing.
And it's like that ain't a stitch job, dude. You're done.
No. And I also like, too, where the white racist gets shot, too. Hogs man, whatever his name is.
Hogwood.
Hogwood. and Hogwood got shot in the same area, I'm assuming, as Smoke did, right? And he's laying on his side going, hold on, boy, I'll help you. And then he just takes his Tommy gun, Smoke does, and just, it's close range, too, and just blows this guy away. I was like, yeah, screw that guy. Like, it was great. Woo! And here comes Annie breastfeeding their baby, and he's going to the afterlife.
Yep.
Now, the movie should end because the credits roll, but you told me to stay for a mid-credit scene, not for the end credits. And I stayed for...
Yeah, there's a mid-credit and an end credit.
So I stayed for the mid-credit, and I didn't care for it. And the scene it's 1992, right? And Preacher Boy's an old man. He's in his 70s, playing the blues. And here comes Stack and Mary. Looking straight 90s Bobby Brown haircut. Love it. And the only thing I got from the scene was Stack said, I have not come after you because I promised my brother I would not come after you. That was it.
Yep. Yeah, he just wanted to kind of see what it looked like, I guess. Let him know that they were still there.
What is the end credit scene?
The end credit scene, I'm not joking, is just Sammy sitting in the church playing a song.
Stupid. Okay. I'm curious on what you have to say, so I'm going to let you go first. Eric, what is your popcorn rating for Sinners?
So this is interesting because when I first saw it, I wanted to say a medium off the bat. I think it was more of the story part of it, and I don't think I'm ever going to see this movie again. I might see it down the line, but 2 hours and 20 minutes is a pretty long run time. I did enjoy it for the most part, but the more I thought about it, the more I enjoyed this movie. I think just on the production value of it. The acting was great. I didn't much care for the story. I think there could have been a little bit more. I liked the music in this movie, but to go back to what I said before, it was the visuals. The visuals completely sold me on this movie. I think it just looked amazing. It really did. All parts of this movie, I think, just fit in a nice period piece that I like to see. I like period pieces now, and I like that I didn't need to have a history lesson. It was just there. They get to show me instead of tell me. I really appreciate that in the movie. So with that, it's kind of a weird thing because I want to say a large, and I will give it a large, but it's a large that I don't think I will go see some scenes on this movie again. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to see a lot of like the Remick parts, a lot of the vampire scenes. I don't think I'm going to see the barn scene, or I'm sorry, the scene where Preacher Boy is going through the time warp.
Yeah.
I flat out think that it was more of just the visuals that are really enjoyable for this movie for me. So because of that, of just how well done it was, I will give it a large. But everything considered, as again, just to sum up, I feel like the story was the weakest part in this movie.
I actually am going to disagree with you. I don't think the story is the weakest part. I was not bored. I think this movie needed to be a little bit longer. Just the ending needed to be trimmed down. Because I found myself really, really liking the characters. And like I've said a few times already in this episode, right? This is a vampire movie, and nobody knows they're in a vampire movie. And I like that because it made me feel sad when characters died. When Delta Slim got it, I felt so bad. Like I felt bad for Sex Machine and From Dusk Till Dawn. No! Remember? Tom Savini? Yeah, of course. I really, really like these characters. I really like this world because everybody... It made me believe that, that Stack had a relationship with Mary. And look, he ended up the rest of his... Well, he's eternity with her, right? Yeah. So it's like I will watch this movie again and again and again, just because I really like the world that it built. Remick, I will be honest with you, I'm like, you know, you Eric sold me on Remick, because when I was getting ready to do this review, I'm just like, oh, Remick's just a vampire. He's just a jerk. You know, he didn't really add anything to me. I cared about everybody else but Remick in this movie. But talking with you about it made me go, yeah, Remick's cool. So yeah, this one probably won't get voted as film of the year, but you know the rules. You give a large, I give a large.
Put it on there.
It's on there with Nosferatu and Wicked and Wild Robot. It's going to be an interesting list.
I'll tell you the one thing what I'd like to see different in this movie. And again, who am I compared to Ryan Coogler? Right? Nobody. But I would have rather, instead of there being a final fight that kind of got hokey towards the end, especially where Stack comes out of nowhere and Smoke comes out of nowhere. Yeah. And like, where'd he come from?
Runs right through,
pokes him in the back with the, exactly, in the water. Like, dude, there was a barrier of vampires on the shore. Where did you come from?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
What I would have preferred to see, maybe Smoke and Stack are fighting, sure, and they're focusing the other vampires, that is, like Remick, on trying to get Sammy, right? I would have liked to have seen Sammy then play the blues, play that song again, play a song again, and maybe have like some sort of spiritual thing. Play something to where it affects the vampires, to where he's beating them without like the physical fight so much, or maybe enchanting them enough to where the daylight is then coming up.
There you go.
Or giving them enough what they want. We just want you to play, boy. We want you to have the spirits come in. And he realizes, like, oh, okay, I can do this enough to where
distract them.
The sun to come up. Yeah, exactly. So I think I would have liked to have seen that rather than this epic kind of fisticuffs at the end. I think they kind of took me out a little bit, and that would have helped because I think that would have shown the power of what the music is capable of a lot more. That the preacher warned his son about, like, you got to stop playing that evil boy, kind of a thing. So maybe something like that I think would have been pretty nice. Yeah, but
I agree. But then,
like we'd said before,
I think that would
hour and a half or hour 15 to set up everybody, to introduce the characters. I get that, just for them to be offed in the last 15 minutes of the movie.
I like that, though. I like that you were invested enough to be sad, because the whole point of a death of a character is you don't want them to die if you like them. So
fair enough.
You know
right.
what I mean. But I do disagree with you, though, because I think it would be kind of weird, like if they're in the water and all of a sudden, like Preacher Boy's like, hold on before you kill me. I'm just like, no.
You're right.
No, I don't know.
Maybe don't have it in the water though. Maybe don't have it in the water though. Maybe have like some sort of thing with. Like,
he's on stage. He's like, let me play one more song.
A stage type of thing, and then he sees the guitar, or maybe have Perlene say something about it, or maybe have Delta Slim say something about it, reminding him about the thing, or maybe have Annie say something. You have all these characters who kind of have a familiarity, or could have said something, maybe, right? Or was he the only one that was paid witness to during that time warp type of thing, or whatever the music that he's playing? Like,
I don't think he bared witness to that.
Yeah, nobody.
No.
Everyone was just having a good time. So
so was he. He was having a good time. That was the director giving us a visual about the strength and the power of the music, bringing together past.
So right there, you had the movie open with that. You showed us in the middle of the movie what it does, but for some reason, nobody acknowledges it whatsoever.
Because it's not real.
Then why address it in the beginning of the movie?
Which is what?
Why have it in the middle of the movie?
Why
have the vampire say anything about it at all if no one else is right keen to what it does, what power he has? Where they just thought, oh well, he just plays some cool beats. Well then, why? What's the point of that? Why
Correct.
even have it in there at all?
That's what my argument was in the beginning of this review, where I was like, I'm going to give it a large, I think, but I have these issues, and this music plot is a very, very silly issue. It's a very silly storyline.
So that's where my complaint is in the story. But again, I don't care. This movie is very beautiful, very, very pretty to look at.
Yeah.
And
Well done.
I think the actors did a fantastic job.
And I was really, really impressed with Michael B. Jordan. I mean, I don't want to make the episode go longer than what it needs to, so I won't talk long. But I mean, it's hard enough to act, but knowing that he had to play two different characters, have two different kind of twang, like Southern kind of dialect, two different personality types, that's impressive. No matter what, to me, that's impressive. So I was like, okay, this guy has some clout. So yeah, I enjoyed Sinners. I'm glad you enjoyed Sinners. We both give it a large. Nominated for Film of the Year. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us on this most recent episode of Movie Guest Podcast. Check us out at moviecastpodcast.podbean.com or wherever you get your podcasts from. Eric, thanks so much for joining me, and we'll be back next Thursday for another awesome episode. Have a good night. There was a meme I saw on Facebook today. It was Vin Diesel and Ludacris holding up the corpse of Brian and said, "Weekend at Brian's." We're leading to this.
I'd watch it for sure. I think she was in 9 and 10. I don't know if she was in 8.
So I'm pulling up her IMDb cred.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Like,
No, she was in Fate of the Furious.
so oh my God, her first role was in Children of the Corn 3: Urban Harvest. All
Oh,
right.
well, boy.
And then she was in Devil's Advocate. That's where I knew her from. Devil's Advocate.
Yep, you get see her topless in that one. I remember that.
The Mighty Joe Young, Astronaut's Wife, Cider House Rules, Reindeer Games, 1, 2, 3. Those are 4 mild successes. Men of Honor. Oh, she was in The Legend of Bagger Vance. That movie's terrible.
Hey, we still have time to switch that one out to watch Legend of Bagger Vance instead of Tin Cup for golf.
I want to watch Tin Cup. I actually like Tin Cup. Yeah, she did a talent job, Monster. And then after Monster, she won the Oscar. She had such a great, I mean, she was great in that movie. And then she followed it up with North Country, and then just done crap after that. Like Neon
yes.
Flux was after that.
Yeah, she started to do a lot of the action stuff. But that it goes with a lot of the post-Oscar curse, which seems to happen with a lot of actors, whether it be like her, Natalie Portman, Cuba Gooding Jr., right? A lot of actors who win the award go on to just kind of never recapture that glory